for people that are in my community. They felt so let down, and it made me feel so sick. I don't support this stuff. I don't believe this stuff. I regret it. I would never do it as long as I live. Like, as long as I live, I'll never do it like this again.
Atrioc, okay? He's a YouTuber. This fellow got basically exposed, I guess, for watching deepfake AI lewd content of streamers. He himself is a streamer, and worse than that, some of the streamers who were being featured on this deepfake website were friends of his. And from what I remember, the specific tab that was open that he, I guess, watched, which he admitted to watching, you know, to like jack off basically, was of Pokimane. And I do believe that he was also, you know, loosely in contact or at least friendly with Pokimane. Massive, you know, just odd, embarrassing, but also like invasive situation, you know what I mean? It's just very, very messy.
It feels so embarrassing to me. But I was on fucking Pornhub, dude. I was on a fucking regular ass normal fucking website, and there was an ad. There's an ad on every fucking video for this fucking deepfake thing. And
genuinely, I think that this is one of the most, I guess, mature, but I would also say just like effective returns of a, I guess, creator who, you know, was publicly shamed or, you know, I guess exposed, right? And so in this video, I'm not going to be ragging on him for the initial action that much, right? Because, bro, this guy got a lot of juice for that, okay? And it obviously wasn't intended to be public. However, even his actions after the fact were kind of not that smart, right? Because what really made it go viral, this deepfake situation, was his initial apology, which was horrendous, like on so many dimensions. It was like not the move, first of all. Second of all, involving his wife, it turned into a meme effectively. People, beyond just like thinking, oh, this guy's disgusting, whatever, you know, shaming him, there was also just people being like, this guy's a fucking idiot, this guy's cringe, this guy's, I can't believe it, you know what I mean? It's just so many dimensions of mockery. It's kind of insane. This apology, I can't deny this apology is hilarious, like in a kind of meta way. It's just, to me, I can't help but like be like, holy fuck, like what a postmodern scenario, you know what I mean? Like what a problem of our time. Insane. Like publicly apologizing for watching AI deepfake porn of people that you know in front of your wife on a live stream on twitch.com, twitch.tv. Fuck. Anyway, it's just horrendous, man. Like this is one of the most painful experiences I ever had watching someone apologize.
it's disgusting. It's wrong.
Look, I think at the time, a lot of people said that this was just disingenuous, and I didn't write it off as that. And in hindsight too, now I feel like I can't say it was disingenuous, right? And whether it was or wasn't disingenuous, him apologizing, bro has, it seems like, put the work in, you know? The apology, again, became the meme. So what could have been a situation that kind of semi got swept under the rug, right? Because it was just like a frame, basically, where people saw like, yo, what the fuck's that in your tab? You know what I mean? It almost, I don't know. Look, basically, like, this apology brought so much attention, such an insane amount of attention to this happening. It got literally an unreal amount of views on Twitter. And obviously that kind of, you know, exploded the whole deep fake porn thing, right? So a lot of women came on to fucking say this is awful. Famously, Ethan Klein, our boy, friend of the show, laughed at QTCinderella for crying about this. This is, I guess, the reaction here.
Because I want to go live because this is what pain looks like. This is what it looks like. Okay.
So, I don't know why I went down that path. That was unwise.
Hello, everybody. I wanted to come here and discuss the situation with QTCinderella. I didn't really have a good opportunity to discuss it on the podcast, and I did want to say something publicly about it.
So basically, he apologizes. long story short, and he says it's awful and whatever, that he laughed. I sympathize with people who can't help themselves when they're laughing, because that is a problem that I've had in the past. Literally, I genuinely had a scenario I remember when I was a kid. I'm not a kid anymore, but sometimes shit like this happens. But like, I had a scenario when I was a kid where I literally could not stop laughing while my teacher was, it was a French teacher, and she was like, I guess, talking, and she was talking about something serious, and I could not stop laughing. And I would look at my friend, and we would both, he started like bursting out laughing, and bro, I literally got a detention for not being able to stop laughing while the teacher was trying to be serious. And while we were in detention, we could not fucking stop laughing. And the teacher was literally looking at me and asking me, what the fuck is so funny, basically. And she literally got the principal of our school to come to the detention room and ask, what the hell is so funny? And I'm literally just dying of laughing. It was unironically like 30 to 40 minutes of me not being able to stop laughing. Very weird incident. And so, yeah. Our boy Atrioc basically, after fucking up, after getting exposed and then kind of blowing up the situation like a bit of an idiot and, kind of mishandling it, he went MIA for about 6 months, and he recently came back. And bro, I'm not gonna cap, I didn't know much about Atrioc prior to this situation. I didn't know much of anything. Very normie type guy vibes that I get from him. Normie, more like just family friendly, okay? And so that's why I think I actually believe him when he was saying like, bro, this is fucking disappointing. I've worked so hard to cultivate this community that's, people who basically care and are empathetic and all this, because that actually does kind of reflect in his content. I feel like he does seem like a very wholesome chap. Now, his return, he didn't apologize, which I can respect, because I guess he technically already did apologize, right? Like, he was much more like straightforward, I guess, in this return, right? Just stating what he has done to try and basically rectify, or at the very least remediate. remedy the situation. And long story short, the guy has effectively put in a kind of unrealistic amount of work, apparently, into not only evolving the tech related to aggregating and removing illicit content of public people online, but also just into like financially. He contributed, I think it was like $100,000. Let's just watch for a bit.
It's been 6 months since I've updated here, and I wanted to give you an update on what I've been working on and the progress we've been making in getting stuff taken down. In February, I spent about $60,000 with a law firm that was already working with a lot of online women creators to get stuff taken down. This was already stuff they've been working with before. They knew this team. I was just helping pay for it. I didn't know shit about shit, to be honest. But during those months, February, March, I started asking a lot of questions. And I found out that, this stuff was very, very expensive and very, very manual and very, very slow.
Yeah, so that's basically, what he starts out by saying is that, like, removing deepfake, but also just like leaked, nudes or personal details of streamers, it's like difficult because you're involving lawyers, a lot of work, every fucking paper that they file, they charge you $300. And so he gets into the fact that basically through working with a certain group.
By March and April, I started to work with a company called Caritas DMCA, which basically what it does is it helps scan the internet. It's like a bot and automatically issue DMC takedowns the second it finds infringing content. For thousands of dollars, maybe 50 things taken down in a month using the legal lawyer method. And with our first day, we were able to get 500 things taken down at a fraction of the cost. My goal at the end of this time period, this 6-month period, was to spend my budget, which was $100,000. And that's a significant amount of my savings. I know that creators throwing money at stuff is not always an apology, and I totally get that. And I chose to commit time and effort to it as well. I didn't just want to have money, but I set the $100,000 budget. We ended up spending about $122,000, a little bit over that. And my goal was to get 100,000 things taken down. That was my big dream, which was a massive number when we first started, because To do that with the lawyer method would have taken more money than anyone I know has. Well, we didn't hit that number. We smashed it. I'm super, super proud to say, as of July 9th, we got 193,000 things taken down and 400,000 DMCA requests submitted. So just, I mean, this would have cost $9 million, I think is our estimate based on the previous method.
Jeez Louise. Okay. So I'm going to take his word for this, right? That's how much it cost, right? But even if it didn't cost $9 million, even if he's exaggerating by like tenfold, just the fact that, it would have cost like $900K. This is good. This guy, it's clear to me that this guy is, again, whether he feels bad or doesn't feel bad, he's literally taking actionable steps to kind of try and rectify shit. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I respect this dude and him coming back. It is funny to think though that like him returning, it's literally almost like it has this air of like the coomer is now reformed. You know what I mean? I doubt he was even a massive porn addict before this, but hey, whatever.
Any sort of thing that was impacting their online experience to reach out and we could help try and get stuff taken down for them. And it happened, including extremely big creators like Amaranth, and then smaller creators who obviously I'll keep anonymous, but they reached out and we were able to get tons of stuff taken down for them, including, for the smaller creators, sometimes it would be like they only had one thing they wanted taken down and we'd get 100% of the things taken down. Literally get their...
That's kind of hype. Like you're really like, like because for Amaranth, obviously she probably has fucking unlimited amounts of stuff spreading around everywhere. But if it's just like a really small streamer and they have like private info that's public out there somewhere, that's kind of nice if you can, just wipe their fucking slate clean, even though it's the internet. You know what I mean? Interesting.
Their internet experience clean. And that was very gratifying. It was, they were genuinely grateful and it felt like we were actually making a difference. So I felt pretty pumped about that.
Yeah. Okay. So this is him, I believe, going into the fact that these deepfake websites that were being used, that he used, that other people were using, he put in a lot of effort to actually get them taken down. So,
what it depicts is her able to take down the funding source and the payment provider for like top 50 of these kind of creators, these infringing creators.
Yeah. So basically getting rid of their ability to make money, the people who just make these deepfake videos,
which is incredible. And again, she also included in her update some screenshots of how angry they are. They're getting frustrated because they can't get their...
As some of you know, my Discord server and everyone blank has been banned and don't know how much longer I will be making deepfakes. If you want access to the mega with all my videos or want a custom video, now is the time. Message me at blank on Discord or blank. Everything is with crypto. It's not hard to make a crypto wallet these days. Take care, everyone. Decided to deactivate my account. Message me for an invite on Discord channel. Sorry, blank account has been disabled. If you need a... Yeah, I mean... So, okay, here's the thing, right? Like... Obviously, when something is put on the internet, a lot of the times you can't actually get rid of every fucking copy of it that exists. You can really only get rid of the ones that are available to the public. So these guys start now like more, they basically get pushed further underground, which is the best you can get, right? Instead of having a website where they congregate this stuff and someone can just send a link, now it's like a private community that they have to like have mega, folders. It just basically makes the barrier for entry a lot higher, which effectively does make it so that less of this happens, but obviously he can't eliminate it. He's not Jesus. So.
Payments, and they're thinking of quitting. So that was cool. So yeah, I mean, that work's being done. I'm meeting a lawyer this week to help. There's like some loophole we're gonna help try and close. The second thing I want to include before I end this video is this. And this is not really that important, but it's for my own mental health. And this is basically, in March, we tracked down Verit.
This is hilarious, by the way. I'm just gonna let him play it. I don't know why I'm even stopping to say this, but I just find this so funny.
Tell the company behind the site that I looked at. And they confirmed the first, last, and only time that I ever looked at that website was the 26th of January at 1:43 a.m., the day that clip leaked and started all this off. Now, I want to be super clear, which is that this changes nothing in terms of the damage done or the stupidity I feel and have felt for 6 months or the embarrassment. I'm sorry, I'm not even looking at the camera. I feel super shitty about it.
Isn't that wild bro really got a fucking certificate from the the website, I think, that he, you know, saw the deepfake content on, and had it like verified that that was the first and only time that he visited them. Basically, he's trying to absolve himself of being like, bro, I'm not a coomer, okay? Please, you know. Though yeah, he's obviously saying like, you know, that doesn't forgive what I did or whatever, but he is trying to reduce, you know, the severity of it, which I believe him. Okay, I believe him. I don't know what a certificate necessarily means. I don't know how it verifies whatever, but I believe him. You know, this is like a scenario where he could have lied through his teeth. This could have been a situation where he literally just said, "Oh yeah, that website that was there, just ignore that. Like someone sent me that and I saw it and I was going to report it to Pokimane. You know what I mean? I just saw it to basically see like, oh shit, this is real. And then I'm going to, you know, basically like help get this taken down." He could have lied so easily, but instead he was almost too honest. Again, to a detriment, but you know, it is what it is.
And I think about it a lot, and I just want to hit myself sometimes. I just feel fucking so dumb. But that doesn't solve anything. And so what I've been trying to do, you know, with this tornado that I caused, is just not look at the whole mess and just look at brick by brick and see if I can do some good and rebuild some things. So that's what I'm trying to do.
So look, why the fuck am I looking at this? To me, this is like kind of a lesson in a way, right? Where it's like most drama, most scandals, all this stuff, especially when it's something that's like, you know, there's a potential action that someone can take to remedy it. Most of those scenarios, there's not really, like, there's apologies, yes, there's sentiments being expressed of remorse, etc., whatever, but there's not really like necessarily actionable things to do. This is a fucking kind of rare scenario where a guy online made a mistake and literally like devoted a solid ass amount of time and money to fixing it. You know what I mean? Not fixing it, but like paying for it, you know? So yeah, I can't help but just kind of respect this guy. I watched some of his content too, and while the humor and a couple other aspects are not at all up my alley, I actually do like his Marketing Mondays. So I didn't know this, but this guy, I believe, used to work for a big tech company or something like that. But picture like a big tech company. I believe he was a marketing consultant of some sort, and yeah, his Marketing Monday videos are actually solid. I hate that the way he talks though. He like yells the entire time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to...
It was actually kind of insightful, interesting commentary that he was providing on these marketing things. And so yeah, I don't know. Atrioc, I audited you, bro, and I like the new stuff that you're putting out. I hope that you know, going forward, this scenario doesn't haunt you too bad. But yeah, he worked at NVIDIA. Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, I wonder how wealthy he is. I wonder how much he makes from streaming, because working at NVIDIA probably got paid pretty well, bro. NVIDIA's been expanding for so fucking long, bro. God, that stock. I wonder if he got stock options. Anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to cover that because I think it is kind of a wholesome note to end on with that drama, you know what I mean, in a way, right? Like we talk about and look at so many dramas where it's just like, oh, this fucking sucks, and then at least in this one it seems like a net technical positive came out of it in the end, right? At least that's how I see it. So thanks for listening, I guess. I respect this too. I forgot the dude existed, to be honest, but this feels like such an unexpected yet wholesome closure. Yeah, like he easily could have disappeared for 6 months, returned, and just like kind of not said shit about it, but it seems obvious that he gives a fuck. That's the biggest thing to me when I see people in situations like this where they're being criticized, they're being accused, they're being canceled. I try to evaluate, like, does this person give a fuck, right? Like, are they just trying to completely, like, you know, absolve themselves of accountability or whatever, or does it seem like they actually give a fuck? So, seems like he does. So that's my advertisement for him if they catch him watching deepfakes tomorrow. But hopefully not. I will say there was a little bit of other casualties, I guess you could say. There was a lot of extended damage that came from him not handling that situation the best, I guess, or like I guess that situation happening. Basically, there was a game that was going to come out called Atrioc. I know, it's funny. The guy's name, his username at least, is Atrioc, and there was a video game called Atrioc right here. Now, Atrioc is a Steam game that I've actually been kind of watching for a while. These devs have devoted a lot of time, I think 3 to 4 years, potentially more, to making this game. Okay? And I guess since it's actually, it looks cool. It's not my style though. It's a very specific kind of style. It's a whatever you would call it. It's like Factorio type of thing, you know what I mean? Except a little bit more on the kooky side. I don't know exactly what those are called, but it's like efficiency builders, you know what I mean? So that game, Atrioc, was worked on by these devs at Isto Inc. And those devs have put a ton of work. You can tell they're a small studio, whatever. They put a ton of work into marketing this game. And when it was finally ready, they hosted a live stream. And guess who was present at the live stream? Atrioc. It makes sense, you know? The game's called Atrioc. Atrioc's a gaming streamer with a good, solid fan base, you know what I mean? Have a nice stream with this wholesome guy. Right after they had this stream, right before they uploaded a ton of videos, you know, trying to promote their game with the stream, this scenario happened. And so, you know, I do want to show how there was a little bit of blowback on this dev team because of Atrioc's actions. I'm not sure, you know, if he's taking any action to remedy that. Not certain, but this is what happened.
It'd be fun, or if the players would enjoy themselves, or if it would have tons of bugs. But the stream actually went perfectly. The players really had a good time, and the viewers seemed to really enjoy themselves, which is awesome. And it looked like it was going to be the perfect devlog. However, 5 days after the stream, one of the players, Atrioc, was at the center of a very hurtful and serious deepfake scandal, which is why you barely saw any clips of him in the video. We couldn't make a vlog about it. It just didn't feel right, which sucks because it was a key marketing piece for the game that we'd been working on for 5 years. And we'd put a ton of time and effort into it, all down the drain. Now, if you want to help us out, stick around, because we found a way to salvage a lot of the work and integrate it into a new and interesting challenge that includes all of you guys.
Future Steven here. We hadn't spoken to Atrioc in 4 months since the controversy until yesterday. And it actually sounds like he's really trying to make a difference, putting all of his time and energy into making a positive impact, which is obviously very encouraging. However, at the time, it didn't feel right, so we scrapped Atrioc Racing, put our heads down, and got back to work. Let's talk about the tornado.
Yeah, so, you know, basically, again, like, he's put in a lot of work and stuff, but, yeah, there's some people that it's kind of like you fucked them over and you can't really undo that, you know? So, yeah, if you want to check out that game, Atrioc. Good night. Mwah. Have a good week. You better. I'll come for you.
Join the fucking Discord.
Đây là, hãy chịu ăn cùng